Months after Sioux City-based Palmer Candy recalled dozens of its products because of potential salmonella contamination, the Food and Drug Administration put a risk classification on those items. The FDA did so just last week. The classification for the Palmer recall is Class 1. The FDA defines a Class 1 recall as the most severe type of recall in which there is a reasonable probability the use of or exposure to a product will cause serious adverse health consequences or death. In an email, Palmer Candy told KTIV they have sent an email in all documentation of their manufacturing processes to the FDA. Palmer says the FDA hadn't assigned a risk level to the products until August 6th. The company says that's common in product recalls as the FDA works to identify the risk. Palmer also said many salmonella recalls are classified under a Class 1 risk regardless if anyone becomes sick from affected products. In this case, Palmer says there haven't been any reported illnesses or any other impact from products included in that recall. For more information on the recall, you can visit this story at ktiv.com.